Welcome to the Legion Outriders podcast, a member of the Radio Free Tattooing Network.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
Your source for the latest Legion news, opinion, and analysis.
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
John Archiquette.
Will somebody get this big walking carpet out of my way?
Matt Turner.
I'm not afraid.
And Joshua Gray.
You will be.
What's going on, Outriders? John, Josh, and Matt coming back at you again from the Hive of Scum and Villainy, Las Vegas, Nevada, Power 9 Games. What's going on, guys? How was your Thanksgiving?
Filling. Yeah, it was okay. It was good, low key.
Yeah, you didn't walk away with a little bit of turkey trots, or
no?
What are you dealing with right now?
I had Thanksgiving steak. So
what?
Yeah.
What the hell is a Thanksgiving steak?
Well, it's just like a steak you get on the rest of the year, but it's on Thanksgiving. I'm sorry I lost
you.
You
un-American bastard.
Well, see, the thing is, we always go down to the Strip and like hit up one of the nice. We do the Gordon Ramsay pub down in Caesar's Palace.
Because nothing says Thanksgiving like an angry Brit.
Yeah. No, they put
it's
on
kind
an
of thematic.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, right.
Yeah.
They put it on an amazing Thanksgiving spread, and we've done it like we kind of lucked into it in the first year, and we're blown away by it. So we've kind of been going back for it. And this year we actually made plans. This is what we're going to do. So my wife went and made reservations for us, like 1 o'clock, because we're old people and we eat early. Apparently, she wanted to see a movie afterwards, but whatever. We get down there, get seated. And they hand us a menu, and I was like, I'm just going to have the Thanksgiving. Oh, we don't start serving that until 3:30.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So I was
But why would you expect Thanksgiving at 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
Because this is Vegas, and I can have whatever I want whenever I want.
Now I'm going to say, in my family, back in the Midwest, back in Ohio, suburban Detroit, in the Detroit Lions broadcast area, we always did Thanksgiving dinner right around kickoff of the Lions game.
That's what we did.
That's what. So that's
because
1 o'clock.
The tiers can salt the mashed potatoes.
Exactly. yeah. So eating Thanksgiving dinner at 1 o'clock. I'll take his side on this one.
It's a bit
not
early.
that uncommon.
I realize that.
It's not early at all. It's,
okay.
You be thankful for food whenever you want to be thankful for
Absolutely.
food. Okay.
But it was I had a good.
Well, I got to
steak,
hate on
and it
everything,
was fine.
John.
I was actually willing to say, cool, I'm going to
Yeah.
walk outside and wait 2.5 hours, but we had my buddy with us, and he had plans for later that evening. He was like, we got to eat now. I was like, okay, Thanksgiving steak it is.
You'd be like, all right, Sparrow's
And that is the miracle of the Thanksgiving steak. What did you guys end up doing?
I had kids, so,
You ate your kids?
I did. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We allow your Thanksgiving tradition, Matt.
I know, right?
Josh
You do
does his.
steak.
I'm just
I
jealous.
do a little light cannibalism, okay?
You didn't invite me, is all I'm saying.
Well, it's a family thing.
Ah.
And then we saw the Wreck-It Ralph movie, which was amazing.
Oh, actually.
And
I
had
do
some
wanna go
great
see
Star
that.
Wars stuff in it, too.
Oh,
Yeah, it was actually pretty
yay.
neat. So,
Okay.
So I saw you post a little bit about this. You mentioned that it was not as good as Ready Player One.
No. Ready Player One was just like a obtrusive, in-your-face, unsubtle fan wank, right?
Did you read the book?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it's
yeah,
just
that's what
all.
it is.
Yeah, it's just all. It's like, hey, I'm going to appeal to nostalgia by just mentioning this thing, and you'll reminisce, right?
Yeah.
The Wreck-It Ralph movies did fan service and nostalgia in a way that actually works. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around, but it's not like, oh wow, here's Disney princesses. It makes sense in the flow and the course of the movie, and the way they work it in it works. It's really, really good. Stan Lee cameo was great.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In Wreck-It Ralph?
I'm totally gonna go see
In Wreck-It
that.
Ralph. Yeah.
So is that his last cameo?
No, he's got one in Avengers 4.
He's got all of the current production
Yeah.
Marvel movies. He's got one in.
Okay.
He was flying around like last summer doing.
So
it
he'll
or
have
something.
one in Captain Marvel. And then I think Avengers
Infinity
4
War.
is his last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Infinity War 2. So
Okay.
But yeah, there's a neat little Stan Lee
that's dope.
cameo in
That's
there.
awesome.
So yeah, it was pretty cool.
And also for the people that read Ready Player One, which is a fantastic book.
It is.
I hated it starting out because I thought it was just a complete,
Yeah.
fan wank, as you called it. But actually, the last half of the book is when it actually became really interesting,
Right.
kind of cyberpunk sci-fi. So
Yeah.
but they
which
didn't
is-
do that for the
which is
movie,
good,
unfortunately.
Which is
Yeah.
good, but it's like, well, I got into my ship, which was a Firefly class from this one show back in the 90s.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
shut up. I almost dropped the F1 right there.
Yeah,
but
wow,
yeah.
that was close.
Front door?
Yeah, shut the front door. But
How dare you, sir.
Yeah, no, it was but
But Wreck-It Ralph is
it
your
was a great movie.
approval.
Yeah, it was really
Okay.
good. Really good.
Yeah, I had a Thanksgiving with my girlfriend's family up in Spokane, which was awesome. It was more traditional.
Except she didn't show up, and it was just kind of awkward because you were there by yourself.
Yeah, and we didn't have steak or children for dinner. So
Oh, well,
I mean,
you're missing out then.
Yeah, so I guess it was a little bit more traditional. Not necessarily.
So,
like
John,
Ohio
you're
traditional.
sticking it to our daughter, huh?
I'm
how I
disappointed
imagine
in you, though, John,
For what?
for what you didn't do while you were up there.
What did I not do?
Ooh,
I
I'm
didn't.
excited.
There's a burger joint. I guess it's a chain in Washington called
Okay.
Dick's, and on the sign it's a hamburger joint.
Yeah.
Kind of like not like an In-N-Out, but something similar.
Sure.
But the sign, it says Dick's, and it's this real old-timey 60s looking sign. And then on the bottom
Get
it
you some
says
Dick's.
grab them by the bagful. So I gave John a task before he left that I wanted him to go to Spokane and literally eat a bag of dicks. And
I
he
failed.
returned and told me that he did not, in fact, eat a bag of dicks while he was gone.
I failed to
yeah,
procure
it was,
a bag of
yeah,
dicks.
yeah.
Wow. Well, so you failed your quest to go and eat a bag of dicks.
Yes.
I've eaten a bag of dicks.
I
think
believe
everybody
that.
should eat a bag of dicks.
You know what? I aspire to eat a bag of dicks. At some point, I will reach that threshold.
Yeah.
I'm so glad
unfortunately-
we're talking about a fast food chain and nothing else that might be sensitive for
This
younger
is why we're not
listeners.
the Hard Meta podcast.
Are we going to get to Star Wars at all?
Yeah,
this
I think
week?
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got actually some Star Wars related stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
We just
No.
recap
We're
our
getting there.
Thanksgivings.
Yeah, we're the entertainment podcast. We've staked our claim.
Yeah, so there was an interesting little diatribe on the Star Wars Legion posts on
Diatribe,
Facebook.
just conversation.
Okay.
That's not diatribe.
Oh.
I'll give you a diatribe.
Did I miss something?
If you want one.
No,
somebody not
diatribe's a
tag me in something?
euphemism for
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
that comes out of your mouth. No, there was a conversation about somebody was asking, what is the preferred podcast for people in Star Wars Legion community?
No, it was, what's a good podcast where I can go get good hard analysis?
Oh,
Right?
yeah, not here, guys.
Yeah, right?
Wait, that was. I mean,
That was the
we just
question.
talk about a bag of dicks. That's not hard analysis.
Oh,
You're
man.
not getting good hard analysis from that.
Well, I mean, if you hockey puck your burgers, then yes, it would be. But you gotta get it like medium rare, so it's a little pink on the inside, juices
Well,
flowing.
I'm riveted.
Yeah,
No, so we're gonna bring you the good hard analysis that you've been looking for with Star Wars Legion today. Matt, you did get some games in with the new stuff. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yup.
Josh is getting
a game in tonight. Hopefully,
Very
yeah.
exciting.
We'll talk about your
wanna hear your
pre-planning
list.
and how badly
and I'll
you're
tell
going
you
to fail.
how I would have changed mine.
And we're going to take a look at what we're wish listing for Christmas. Like what do we want for Christmas from Star Wars Legion? And we've got your Patreon winners from this
$10
week
million.
for the month. So
Yeah.
$10 million. So we'll see if
Dear Papa Legion.
if our credit lines will actually extend that far. I know mine won't, but it's Vegas, so who knows?
Right.
So yeah, Matt, your
list.
latest game. What did you do?
Yeah.
What
Just
happened?
completed.
Well, most of it. Then you guys showed up, and I had to cut it a little short.
Don't
but
blame me for getting.
That's fine.
You getting whooped.
It's your no. I mean,
Full
it's-
disclosure, Matt is a little bit under the weather right now,
I am.
so anything that you
I have an excuse
screwed
this
up
time
on,
for
you have an
being a
excuse.
derp. So, yeah, Daniel Oreca, one of our regulars here, he agreed to meet me here a little bit earlier so we could try to sneak in a game. Unfortunately, it decided to pour rain for the first time in
Like 6
4
months, I
or
think.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
something
crazy.
ridiculous. So all the roads are slowed down because all that oil and stuff's floating around. So he was running late. So we didn't get a full game in, but we played pretty conclusively. It was a breakthrough game with limited visibility. Limited visibility was in the 3 slot, and I flipped hard for it because I'm running a Palpatine Imperial Royal Guard focus list. I kind of talked about it I think on the last episode. But I ran it today. And,
Smart move. Good
yeah,
move going for low visibility. What was it? Breakthrough?
Breakthrough, though, was his selection, and that was not fantastic. So
no, not so
I had
much.
9 activations in this list, and then what else am I missing? Oh, and we had the L-shaped deployments on either corner. So it was a little odd.
Advanced positions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it advanced positions? I'm going to flip my cards here real quick. But anyway, so playing Palpatine, Force Choke, Force Reflexes, Anger. I pay the points for it, but I also bring the anger. And then I had 3
Josh
units
gets his for free.
of fully kitted out Royal Guards. Well, almost fully. And this is where I think I would have changed things around a little bit. So I brought Electrostaff Bro for everybody, Tenacity, Duck and Cover, and then Recon Intel, which is pretty nice, except Palpatine's so slow. So making these guys faster. Major Offensive was the one.
Oh, okay.
So that one.
That L-shaped one.
Yeah, that L-shaped one. Yeah. So I don't know if I'd take the Recon Intel, and I definitely got into a point where I had an ATRT, and I had no good answer for it. So some sort of like frag grenades.
Yeah,
I think
impact
would have been,
is good.
Yeah. So I might change that to try it, squirrel away at least 1 or 2, because I run them basically as a big ball of angry guys with staffs of Ra.
A Death Star, if you will.
I might, yeah, a Deathticle. A Sphere o' Fear. But and then I've got a unit of Scout Troopers with the Sniper, and I had a couple of objectives for this game since I knew when we were starting I probably wouldn't be able to play full. So I was going to really try and stress test Palpatine as much as I could, and I got my wish. So he was playing Luke. He had a 1.4D, which is interesting. I hadn't played against one of those yet.
Yeah.
He had the Rotary Blaster, ATRT, several units of troops with Z6s and fully kitted out. It was pretty cool. But basically, he set up like 2 guys with troops, Luke and the ATRT, to counter my my Death Star of Royal Guard. And basically, I just ran him forward. Since I had the first turn to move because of the limited visibility, I got him up there. And he pushed Luke forward, and it was that was our turn 1. Then basically, turn 2, I put out Palp's 1 ability for his Lotus of Death thing where he keeps taking. And I was like, guess what, Luke? Here we go. So I did a 1 move to jump around the corner of some Connex boxes that were on the table and took a name token and then just started zapping. I think I probably should have just let the dice go and get the free attack, but I wanted to try and force through as much because he didn't have any. He had his dodge up from his ability because he took the number 2, the Force is my ally, I think, for Luke, and started zapping away. Long story short, I put 4 wounds and 4 suppression tokens on Palpatine, but I did kill Luke, so that was fantastic.
What'd you say? What'd you say when you did it?
Good thing Vader's not here, or else I'd get thrown down a giant shaft.
I guess that's actually a more appropriate statement,
right? But so it was turn 2, and then my guy's left with 1, health on.
So how many times did you have to zap him?
4 times.
4 times?
Yeah.
So like after the third time,
he had like 1 wound left.
Young fool. Only now at the end do you realize your mistake.
See, you should have been there. That would have been great. But so that was a lot of fun. I got to zap the crap out of Luke, and then the Royal Guard got 1 unit got mixed in with a unit of troops on his side. Rotary Blaster started doing work on them, so that was kind of rough. The Duck and Cover was pretty nice because I could just, well, guess what? They've got light cover now, so it helped out. Their pistols are good. I mean, they're basically got Scout Blaster, little Scout pistols, and I put I hit 5 out of 8 shots on another unit that they, just rolled dice at.
Who'd have thought Imperial Royal Guard actually being good for
But basically, as soon as Luke died, then the Electro Staff upgrade guy was the first person to die on each squad.
And it should be.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that's all he's good for.
Well,
right.
well, yeah, I mean, and you're looking at now with the sidearm melee.
Yeah.
You're looking, if you keep him around, you're rolling 2 black dice.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Force Spike, which is 1 red, 1 black. So yeah.
The Tenacity was kind of fun. So being able to chuck in, I think one of the last ones where I was down a unit, I was throwing like 4 red dice and 3 black ones in combat. Nearly wiped out a unit of rebel troops. So that was fun. Let me think. Any other notable? Oh yeah, make sure and on the I did not do this. So Discipline 2, actually I did do this part, but is fantastic. I love it, especially with the duck and cover. There's so much synergy there. Being able to say, okay, I'm going to remove 2 of my... Did I not bring... Oh, there they are. I'm going to take 2 of the suppression tokens off because they are, they've got the 2 yellow, courage. So being able to just take 2 straight off and then you can roll off for the rest of it was pretty nice.
Now, it's 2 off when you issue them in order.
Yes, as soon as you issue them, or 2 comes off. Yeah, it's really good. So they've also got the Guardian 2, which is cool. I didn't get to use it because I got a little, blood crazed, and my guys wanted to run up. So turn 3, Leia does a double back, which I was not expecting. I thought Palp was pretty safe, and Leia ended up dropping an orbital bombardment on him. So,
oops.
Yeah, the Senate got bombed, so it was not fantastic. But that's fine. I figured he was going to die just with 1 wound left on him, but definitely left him out of range of Guardian. So that's my bad there. Things to work on. Then. It's on Palp's card. I'm looking at the wrong card. The Entourage Imperial Royal Guards. Yes, it increases the amount that you can bring for it.
Yeah.
But more importantly, during the command phase, you may issue an order to a friendly Imperial Guard unit at range 1 to 2. Man, that would have changed things for me.
Did you forget the rule?
I completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
I do that thing where you read something, you read like the first half, and you're like, okay, I got this guy.
Well, I mean,
and it's also that first time playing with a unit,
for sure,
right?
For sure.
No matter what game it is, playing with a new unit for the first time is always an adventure because you don't have, it's not reflexive playing with them.
Right. And they buried it in the second half of a paragraph.
Yeah, which is not the greatest card design. But
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I'm pretty passable with the rules as it is, so I probably should have read through the cards a second or third time just to make sure I had everything. But definitely, I will make that change for the future. Overall, man, what a fun list. I really enjoyed this. I'm going to practice with it some more, see what I can get going with it. But I really like the Royal Guard, and I love Palps. That's my boy now. So
So I've seen a lot of people, proposing lists with the Imperial Royal Guard and Darth Vader. But
I've seen a lot of that too.
You're all about
Palps.
Sheev.
I do. Just being able to go in the paint and just start zapping the crap out of everybody. I was really hoping I'd have enough range to hit one of the units of troops nearby them and start putting suppression on them.
Did you just make a sports ball reference?
Sports ball.
Pay for the entire season. I'm very sick.
In the paint. That's a hard basketball reference.
You pay for the entire seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Yay, mascots! All right, but. Yeah, a lot of fun. Josh.
Who ended up winning? Whoa.
I seeded the game because I had to leave to set up for the podcast. So
these are the sacrifices we make for you, Outriders.
I give the win to Daniel. He was... So I was losing troops. He had 11 activations to my 9, I think. Although that cannon wasn't exactly going to be scoring breakthrough, but he was doing really well to position himself for it, and I was just trying to kill things, so...
Yeah, breakthrough is not really an ideal scenario, at least with that setup.
That was a smart pick for him,
yeah.
Because I was going straight for that. The conditions,
clear conditions.
Yeah, not clear conditions.
Limited visibility.
Yeah, limited visibility. Thank you.
Derp, derp.
I mean, limited visibility is great when you're going to have somebody who's trying to engage you, but...
We had a key positions in the number 1 slot. I was like, oh, this would be perfect. He'll pick that, and we'll get to try out the new rules. And he's like, nope. Here we go. He flipped key positions, intercept the transmission, straight to breakthrough. I was like, wow.
That's rough.
Yeah. Good game, though. He's an awesome guy to play against, and I'm looking forward to getting some more in. But, Josh, you've got a game coming up.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll be able to get a game in tonight with some folks.
I'm sure you will.
Got the list that I'm going to try for LVO to kind of start working.
So this is your LVO practice
LVO
list.
prep starts now. It's kind of a play. I think the spine of this list is what I want to run at LVO, and then how I'm flavoring the taste is still a little up in the air.
How you're attaching the members?
What's that?
The members to the spine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're going with anatomy.
Okay.
stuff.
What are member?
Analogies.
I remember biology, and I don't remember
Members?
Limbs, appendages,
attached
members,
to spine.
I remember members.
You remember?
I remember members.
Are you doing
Anyway.
The thing.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm going with my boy Maxie Veers. So,
okay.
I really like what Veers
I'm
brings.
shocked.
I know, right? I really like what Veers
It's like
brings to the
Veers
table
is still
as far as-
amazing.
Yeah. So it's a 10 activation list.
Okay.
Nice.
I believe it's 10 anyways. My math might be that good. No, yeah, it's 10 activations. So it is
Veers. Okay. Probably some stormtroopers.
6 core units.
So 2 snows.
Right now it's 1 snows.
One snow,
I'm
5
sitting at 798, and I can kind of monkey around a bit to swap one of the storms for snows and make it work. So it's Veer's esteemed leader, commanding presence, which is useful.
Nice.
Snow troopers, frag grenades,
Yeah.
flame troopers, snow trooper.
Yeah.
You know, kind of.
Yep.
And then 5 units of stormtroopers, all with the DLT. No extra dude. 3 of them have impact grenades, and then the other one has frags. And then the last stormtrooper is just the DLT.
Okay.
Strike team with the bomber dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is where
I
we're
like it.
trying
I like
stuff
it.
out,
Yeah.
right? And then 2 units of Royal Guards.
So strike team's the small one, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I did a rebel version of that. And
Right.
I actually kind of liked it.
And you kind of just stuck them in the backfield. These guys are going to go get up.
Yeah, but if you recall, you were having a jury kind of
Yeah,
maneuver around the
once
bombs. I
once
was
I got
putting
into
out.
the
once
backfield,
you got there, yeah, it was fine.
But I was in your backfield.
I think it's fun. I think it's fun. I'd play him again.
Yeah. So
4 out of 5 would recommend.
strike team with the Sonic Charge Saboteur and Recon Intel to get them up the board.
Right up the board,
early.
yeah.
What was that, Scout 2?
It will end up giving them Scout 2, yes.
Yeah.
So that'll get them up the board a little bit to start. And then 2 units of Royal Guard, Tenacity, Electro Staff, and E-Gear. So they have as much mobility as possible, and they're not going to get slowed down by terrain at all. So anything that's difficult, they just ignore, so they can get over barricades, I believe, because you treat barricades as difficult terrain,
I wish
right?
people could get over barricades.
I know. Barricado.
There it is.
There it is. Tasty.
Oh God. Never gets old.
Never, ever gets
Right,
old.
Matt? Never gets old.
I know what I want for Christmas from FFG. Barricades outlawed. No more.
Yeah. So 10 activations. Drop the bikes, which I love. And I think bikes get a lot of hate because they're not really flown
It was kind of funny because I
well,
saw you
but-
post up your list in
Yeah.
the Discord chat.
Yeah, and I didn't. Yeah,
2
I
names
got to
said,
well, that's fine. You
Live
know,
your dream, sir.
but
I like bikes still too.
I
so-
think what I think
I hate bikes.
somebody in the Discord said that
because they're good.
yeah. Somebody in the Discord said that you need more than 1 unit of bikes for them to be effective, and
That's-
that I agree with.
that's fair.
And I didn't really have space trying to get 2 units of Royal Guard in there to also have the bikes. So yeah, I went ahead and dropped the bikes and added some stormtroopers, and then fleshed out the stormtroopers a little bit more to make them a little bit more diverse.
Yeah.
There's
I
a lot
like
of
your list,
impact
man.
in this list, especially close range.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be good at dealing with just about anything. Snipers might be an issue, but I'm hoping I can negate that with good maneuvers, stick close to buildings, that kind of stuff.
Sure.
But yeah, we'll check it out. We'll see how it runs.
Well, can I just go back to something real quick on my game?
Sure.
I love red dice. I know that's nothing profound.
Never.
Yeah. But having that on the Royal Guard,
Yeah.
they're not surging, but still, it's so good. I saved like the first 4 wounds that they took.
Oh,
I ended
nice.
up blanking 4 later, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to focus on the success.
Playing the guards without a surge. How did that? How was that?
I mean, I think I just told you. I saved the first 4 and then missed the next 4.
Sure,
So
but
it's
you
a
didn't
straight
say you
50-50.
blanked out or you had surges and didn't get them. But that's offense also. They don't have an offensive surge
No,
either.
they don't.
So
I think I was getting kind of lucky on some of those, especially the black dice, who are notoriously bad for me. Oh yeah, I had an aimed sniper shot and I missed both shots both times. So yeah, that's my black.
But
dice.
we've seen that happen.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not the first time that's happened.
No. Overall, yeah, I really like them. So sorry,
nice.
back to your list, which sounds fantastic.
No, it's
by
done.
the way.
The only concern I have in there is that Veers' 2-pip is essentially wasted. Because you
don't have the vehicles to put it on, sure,
and it issues orders to 2 vehicles.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
So what is your reasoning for bringing Veers? Is it just because of the because he's the cheapest commander, or
something that? And I haven't seen yet, because I'm not a tabletop simulator guy and all that stuff. I haven't seen yet how having Palpatine and Vader out there is going to affect the activation game, right?
Yeah.
You know, the common wisdom out there right now is that you want right around 10 activations in your list.
That seems fair.
I don't like stripped down stormtrooper squads without that DLT.
Yeah.
Because I think they're just punchless. And they're just there to maybe sit on an objective and turtle up and hope you live.
I mean, that's basically what I did with my 4 squads. They were completely naked. It was just 4 dudes and 4 squads.
So
drawing fire,
with wanting to put,
running
wanting to have DLTs and all of that stuff, but still have 10 activations, that kind of forces you into putting Veers onto the field. I like the way Veers works with stormtrooper squads, especially.
Yeah.
Being able to hand out aim tokens, and you hand out aim, and then you can move and shoot with an aim token, which stormtroopers kind of need because you're throwing white dice, right? So I've just always found Veers to be more of a force multiplier and get more impact out of him. And this is just me personally, and maybe I'm playing Vader wrong. And what I don't want is I roll Palpatine out there, and I do exactly what Matt did with it, and he's off the board by the end of turn 2.
Yay! I mean, I killed his command. Well, one of his commanders.
One of his commanders, because you're going to see a lot of Wonder Twins out there.
He did have.
You're going to see a lot of. You're going to see a lot of.
I did.
You're going to see a lot of 2 commanders on the Rebel side.
Yep.
You're going to see, depending on when it drops for LVO, you're going to see a lot of Chewie Han commander.
He gave me Luke to just zap.
Well,
How could I not?
It's very fluffy.
Yeah.
But it's not. I don't think.
No, it's probably not the best play. I probably should have just let him charge the Royal Guard that he was going to, because I had the Electro Staff guy, and then I just swarm him with troops and beat him down.
And this list is a starting point. I had a sniper team in there. I know what snipers do. They sit in the back and they shoot things, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to try the Sonic Charge Saboteur, see what it'll do from a board control perspective. So I wanted to try something new out. So we'll see how it works, and we'll have fun with it.
I found myself wanting a unit of bikes in that game, just to go hunt down his 2 sniper squads.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think bikes are perfect for something like that, where if you can keep them in cover, hold them back at the beginning of the game, keep them in cover, and then once the key to flying anything that's a repulsor vehicle is you really don't want them shooting until end of turn 2, if you can help it. Because then by that time, the rest of your forces have moved up the board to the point where your opponent has to decide, do I want to shoot these bikes, or do I want to shoot these troopers that are about to sit on an objective and start scoring points? And a lot of times they're going to choose to start shooting.
Yep.
They're going to start shooting your troops.
I mean, or maybe not, and you're lucky.
Right, yeah. Bikes are really good for their points at putting people to a decision as to what I'm going to shoot.
Yeah.
You stick an airspeeder out there, and okay, I'm going to shoot the airspeeder, right? But that's a big point sink compared to definitely one section of bikes, even 2.
Yeah.
So I like bikes. I think if they're flown properly, with a little bit of caution in the early rounds, they can be really good. But
right on.
That's something I think you and Daniel, who is a frequenter of the show, the shop here. you guys both do a very good job of not overextending yourself with those bikes and kind of letting them hit at the same time as the rest of your force.
Yeah. I when I set bikes up, I almost always set them up perpendicular to whatever the axis of advance is going to be.
Yeah.
So that first compulsory move is a 90-degree turn.
Yeah, that's
right?
fair.
And that kind of keeps them in the back a
Oh,
little
that
bit.
X-wing in you, it's still coming out. Yeah.
You know. But I mean, I'm not going to it's you say Dan's a good
Guess what? Also an X-wing player.
Also an X-wing player. Yeah. So, I think maybe folks that aren't used to running things like, TIE fighters in a game like X-Wing where they're fast, but if you get them up there unsupported really, really quick, you're out of luck.
See,
I think there's something to be said for that a lot of the people, at least here locally, that are good with bikes were also pretty quality X-Wing players.
And as a contrast to that, anybody who saw my first game against Daniel when I played that airspeeder,
you stuck it right in there.
I do not come from an X-Wing background.
Yep.
I come from a Space Wolves background, where you take something fast and you throw it up the board as quickly as you can, and you hammer them and then bring everything else up with it.
Yep.
So there's your
that worked
40K versus X-Wing. It
Sure.
didn't. It blew up right away.
Yeah.
Oh,
You lost the weapon and it just
I lost the weapon and it flew around aimlessly.
Yeah.
Well, your problem was you only put one weapon on it. You only had one weapon. Yeah.
That was his problem?
That was his problem.
That was his problem?
Oh.
Well, let's be fair.
Amongst many problems.
Well, let's be fair.
The chief problems are
amongst these problems.
If he'd had the harpoon or something on the back, he could have just kicked that off, and then
opponent chooses.
Is it opponent chooses?
Yeah. So basically,
you could have at least flown by them and still handed out one red die attacks.
Hey, Fred, you got something on your head there.
You can fly
Nice
around.
shot, Jansen.
I'm thought in your general direction.
Oh, you're crop dusting now out of the back of your
Basically,
airspeeder?
yeah.
Oh, nice.
All
So
right.
what does your Imperial list look like for LVO, John?
Oh, it's I don't know. It's on the shelf
Oh.
where it will remain until the next time we have a gimmicky, role reversal Freaky Friday event.
Right. Oh, we should do that again. That'd be fun.
All right, guys. We're gonna take a quick break. Come back and we'll get you your Patreon winners for the month, and we'll talk about what we are Christmas wish listing for the upcoming holiday.
You're listening to the Legion Outriders podcast, a member of the Radio Free Tatooine Network, recorded on location at Power 9 Games. Whether you're looking for the latest releases from Legion, X-Wing, 40K, Magic, or any of our other extensive inventory of board and card games, head to power9games.com and use coupon code OUTRIDER10 to get 10% off your order. Plus, shipping is free on orders over $100. Now, back to the Outriders.
Welcome back, Outriders. John, Josh, and Matt. So, the Wookiee Life Day has, come and gone, and we're looking forward to Festivus coming up.
Oh, so many grievances.
Christmas, Kwanzaa.
Are they general grievances,
Oh.
or are they very specific?
They are now. Very.
Dad puns.
I'll make another fine addition.
All right,
to
the airing of general grievances will be coming up on an upcoming episode.
Oh, yeah.
That will definitely be happening.
That's actually funny.
I have been trained in your pun arts.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, so we got Christmas coming up, and because we're all just giant grown children who
Come here,
not
come here,
matured,
guys. Come sit in Santa Josh's lap and tell me what you want.
a bag of dicks.
Well,
Probably not the appropriate time to ask for that.
But I don't want to sit in his lap. How about that? Is that on the table?
All right, so what kind of things are you guys looking for? What would you like for Christmas from Star Wars Legion?
I think a fourth unit of Royal Guard.
Did somebody not have enough foresight to order it? enough?
Dude, I thought we had enough to cover everything. We sold out of everything for Royal Guard. We're getting restocked here soon, but wow.
Have
People
you
love the
noticed
Guard.
with FFG, with Legion, that, you get an initial shipment in and it's gone in like 4 days?
Keyforge says, what?
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Has that been an issue?
Oh, man, yeah. We sold through every case they would send us, and no idea when we're getting more in for that. But that's a different game.
Don't worry. Pretty soon you'll be back to having endless boxes of Destiny cards.
Yeah, right.
Keyforge will be,
We had to kill a community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did notice that, man. I don't know.
But Royal Guards are still fairly available as of this morning. So
I was surprised when I came in last Friday for your Black Friday sale, and you had something that was kind of akin to a unicorn in the shop. You had actual Rune Wars product. I was rather surprised. I was like, wait a minute. They still have this in boxes?
Yeah. Oh, Rune Wars. I mean, we don't talk about the back room because horrible things go on back there.
Right.
Is Rune Wars...
Including Rune Wars storage. So
Oh.
we just kind of trotted it out. Guess how much we sold?
None.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I hear it's doing very good on the East Coast and in Europe, so good for them.
It's big in Japan.
I remember seeing it in
right?
Germany
Is that how
when
it
I
works?
was there.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody play it, but I saw it on the shelves, so people are aware of it there.
Yeah. But, I mean, a fourth unit of guard. I'd love to have some more information on the Clone Wars, I think.
Oh, I know Josh is really excited about that, aren't you, Josh?
Not in the least.
I'm not shocked at all. Wait, you were making Grievous jokes.
Oh.
I made a
busted.
joke. I'm not excited about Clone Wars units. Anything that's an outgrowth of
Sir,
the prequels
you are
is
the
basically
joke.
dead to me. So,
What?
yes.
Wow.
I never watched the
That's
Clone
going
Wars.
to be a hard row for you to hoe, then.
I don't mind playing against it. I'm just not going to buy it.
cool.
I'm just not
Man,
excited to.
I'm waiting for them clones.
I'm not excited to buy it. I'm not excited to.
Okay, well, hey.
It does
live
nothing
your
for me,
empire dream.
you know?
That's fine.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just that I was, as a Star Wars fan, and where I was in Star Wars fandom and in my life when the prequels were all coming out, I consume Star Wars. You know, extended universe books, comics, all that stuff. The stuff from the prequels was just like, meh.
Even the Clone Wars TV show?
Yeah.
Not enough to kindle
I was
that-
never
that
interested
warmth?
enough in. I was never interested enough in the source material because it was just stuff that was wedged in between episodes 2 and 3. Meh. Never did anything for me. So
and
wow. Okay.
so I don't have the oh my god that everybody else has for the Clone
I
Wars
think they're
because
just cool.
Meh.
I mean, I'll always love the original trilogy more than, the prequels,
Well,
but
obviously.
it doesn't change the fact that, I mean, having a Trade Federation army with, like, a whole bunch of the battle
Bunch of droids and
would
stuff,
be really
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Or, and play significantly differently, I would assume.
At least until the Gungans come out.
You know what? I'll even get the Gungans. The Gungans would be cool,
No,
too.
You're totally down with the Gungans.
I mean, just only because the fact is, just seeing the horrible look on Josh's face when you roll out Jar Jar Binks. You're just like, oh, me some Jar Jar Binks. It's terrible.
Just like that.
impression.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think you nailed it.
Yeah. I think either way, Josh will be.
All right. So that's what I
mortified
would
by
like
it.
to see for Christmas underneath my Legion tree. How about you,
So
John?
honestly, I'd like to see FFG roll out some app for the game or some kind of
Like
peripheral.
a dice app?
A dice app. I'm thinking more, like an army
There is a
builder
dice app.
app.
Yeah. Something like they have for X-Wing is what you're
Exactly.
asking for, right?
Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what X-Wing has, but from what I understand from 2.0, they have an app that allows you to put the cards in there so you don't have to go buy superfluous sets to get extra
Well, they have
cards.
most of the cards in there, but you can kind of sort by your collection as well. It's got an army builder. It's got reference, and it's pretty nice. And I think I may be misremembering now, but I thought they said they were going the same way with Legion, and it makes sense so they can have live updates that hit everybody's phone, so you have it as a reference.
I think that would be an awesome, and this is me asking for something technologically related, which is weird. I know, totally out of character, but I just think it would be better than having to, have all the cardboard and paper involved, and I just, no math problems and having to print out actual army lists to go places.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing about the X-Wing app, at least, is it has the functionality. Talk about printing out lists that you just hit a button and it sends your list to the TO. Right? Yeah. I mean, that would be nice. That would be really.
I didn't know
really
about
nice.
that. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I think you can send it right to your opponent too. There's a way.
Nice.
I think I'm retired from X-Wing, so I haven't played around with the app, and I don't know. But
hey, let me see your phone. What are you flying?
What are you flying?
Give me your phone.
Oh, nice pictures.
Is this your wife?
Yeah. Hey, we're gamers. Nobody has any pictures of girls.
Is this
Are you
your sister?
kidding me? Yeah.
That's funny because she looks strangely like Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Why does this? Why does this say pick art on the bottom of it?
Oh God. Yuck.
So, Josh, what are you?
Agent Callus.
You said you wouldn't do that.
I swear to God, I am going to make Agent Callus through this microphone that we have and this.
The bromance is so strong.
I am going to make Agent Callus the assault gunboat of Legion. I swear to God. Okay? For those of you who aren't familiar, the assault gunboat is a ship from TIE Fighter computer game back in 1994, and people, as soon as the X-Wing game was announced, people were like, assault gunboat? Assault gunboat? Assault gunboat? And they went about 5 years before they finally put the assault gunboat into
they eventually
Okay, so you got about 4.5 years.
They did. And if you go back, they announced it at Gen Con when they announced Legion, right?
Yeah.
And the assault gunboat got a bigger cheer than announcing a whole new game. Like, yes. So I am going to make Agent Callus the assault gunboat of this game.
I hope it ends up
Who's
being
with
like
me?
the plastic sisters of
Who's
battle.
with me?
Yeah.
Just reset the timer. Reset the timer. You're not going to get it.
Who's with me?
Not me.
No, I don't
Definitely
care.
not.
I mean, from our audience, who's with me?
I'm
Storm the barricadas.
I hope. Oh, Jesus.
We want Callus.
I'm hoping that they make him, but his rules are awful. And
Oh,
it just
that would
makes
be-
you so sour on him. It was like, oh, I hate this game. No, I don't want that for you. I hope he's fantastic and everybody loves him.
Did nobody get that I just made like a sideways Les Mis reference? I mean, come on, guys.
I understood
Uncultured
that.
swine. That deserved at least a tip of the hat. Come on.
I must divert my gaze from you.
Oh, stop it.
Thanks, John.
And the shark
was
has been
better.
jumped.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wrap up, I guess. Is
Yeah.
anybody else last minute things for that? But other than that, we've got some Patreon.
Yeah, who are the
stuff.
Patreon winners?
So
what did I win? What did I win?
what did I win?
Right?
Yeah. Okay. You won. How's those barricades coming around?
They are
for Mr.
primed and base coated.
Cool, because we got some more stuff for you to do. Yay! don't worry about that. But first of all, a big thanks to Matthew Kozlowski, who went ahead and upped his Patreon. What's the word I'm looking for?
Donations.
Donations?
Patronage.
Yeah, patronage. Yeah,
Your
thank
Patreon
you.
patronage.
Yes.
Don't patronize
up from $5 to $10, so he is now an Imperial Outrider.
Ooh.
What a stud. And then we have our drawing for the end of the month. First winner we have, this is for the $25 gift card from Power 9 Games, and it is Keegan Evans. Congratulations,
All right.
sir.
Good job,
I will
Keegan.
be sending you a message on Patreon, should hit your email, whatever. We'll figure that out. And also, some guy, I don't know, Nick Furman, I think, wins the painted figure.
Nick Freeman. Seriously? Who's that?
I don't know. I've never heard of this guy before.
Wow. Okay, that's cool.
Yes, I'm sorry. You're right. It is this Nick Freeman.
Huh.
Yeah.
This isn't rigged, is it?
If only. Turns out the people that we like to talk to on the show also support the show.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys. And Nick, whoever you may be, if you want to reach out to one of us, I'm sure we'll shoot you a message and figure out what.
Isn't he like a troll on a message board?
I'm pretty sure his
Yeah.
name comes up quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be painting something for somebody who's actually a legitimate artist.
Yeah,
That makes me a little bit concerned.
that's fine. You can just ask for some pointers. I'm sure
I
he'll
know,
send you
right?
some notes. But yeah, that's it for November. And definitely, if you're thinking about jumping onto Patreon, supporting the show, we'll have drawings at the end of December, just before the new year. And make sure if you are, get on our Discord channel. There should be a link in the Patreon page under where you signed up. If you have any issues, you can just message the page, and eventually I'll look at it, usually once or twice a week.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, guys.
Yay. Let's go play some Legion.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah,
good.
let's get out of here so we can go watch Josh get his butt kicked.
You've been listening to the Legion Outriders podcast, a member of the Radio Free Tatooine Network.
Only now, at the end, do you understand?
For more from the Outriders, make sure you like us on Twitter at Legion Outriders, subscribe to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Legion Outriders, and make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast. Thanks for listening.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.